Queens, Sam here. I hope that you're doing amazing. In my video today, I wanted to share with you how I did to reach Coast 5. And this is a video that few of you have been asking me, Sam, can you tell us how you actually did to reach Coast 5? This is the video. You are in luck today. And before I get into things that I've done to reach Coast 5, I want to make sure that everybody understand what is Coast 5. So Coast as Coast, COAST, 5 for financial independence. It's a level that you actually have in the spectrum of reaching financial independence. So financial independence, when you reach financial independence, really you don't even need to work anymore. You have built enough assets which are bringing you almost passive income, and that you don't need to work. If you don't want to, you will be fine for the rest of your life. Now, Coast 5 is actually, I'll say, a step or maybe two steps before reaching financial independence. And essentially, Coast 5 is when you have enough money in your investment portfolio to actually guarantee you the retirement lifestyle that you actually want. And so you need to be able to determine how much you will actually need in your retirement, and then based on the calculators that you can actually use, that will tell you how much you need in your investment portfolio. And honestly, that's the first thing that I actually did. I sat and I picture myself, my 50 plus, years self, or 60 plus years, and be like, what is the Sam at 60, at 70? What is she doing? Where is she living? How is she spending her day? And so, one thing that I know for sure for me, I've been living more than 20 years now in Canada, and I love this country. However, the weather is something that honestly I still struggle with. And so, for a good part of the year, for 6 months each year, I'm not my best self. That's just what it is. I'm not my best self. And so, I know that's something that I would like to change, especially for my golden years. So, I'm not picturing myself living in Canada, at least not in the winter. And so for me, I know that I'll be living in a warmer country, and most likely a country where the cost of living is also lower. So when you actually do that first thing, you don't even have to think about the numbers first. Just think about what is the ideal retirement that you will like for yourself, because that's just what it is. We are working toward retirement, and I don't know many people who want to be at 80 years old and 90 years old having to work. Choosing to work is different than having to work, right? So if you reach 5 or reach Coast 5 and you still want to continue working, that will be your decision in retirement. But I don't want any Black woman to have to work in retirement. And that is really, really, really important for me. It's close to my heart, because us as Black women, we are like specialists at giving it all to everybody, our time, our money, our energy. We know how to do that. But then we forget about ourselves, and then we forget that us too, we will get old and we will retire. And that's unfortunately, maybe there is nobody around who will be there to take care of us. And so you need to look after yourself first. That's just what it is. And there is no problem in doing that. There is no selfishness in doing that. You have actually to do that. You have to do it. And so that's what it is. So that's what I did. That was the exercise that I did first. Is like, where do I want to be? What do I want to do? Who do I want to be around? And all of those things. And then once I realized, I did all that, then I asked myself, how much do I think that I would need to live this life? How much do I think that I would actually need to have, so then I can enjoy it? I don't want to restrict myself. I don't want to be counting pennies. I don't want to be second guessing myself or second asking myself when I want to do something. How much would I need? So by the time I'm in my 70s, 60s, 60s, 70s, my kids will be older. They will not need me as much. I will not be paying crazy daycare fee as I'm paying right now and all that. So definitely my expenses will be reduced, and also living in a lower cost of living country, my expenses will be reduced. So I still came with a healthy number. And so for me, I was just like, okay, so based on that, if I want to guarantee having this number from age 55, because I started at 55, because yes, I want to have the option at 55 to not work a day in my life if I don't want to anymore. I started at age 55, and then I went all the way to age 100, because I do intend to live until age 100. I actually did 101 because I want to go past 100. And so then I'm like, okay, how much do I need in my portfolio? And so there are a lot of calculators that you can leverage online. I'm not recommending any in particular. I think most of them will give you the same result. You can try 2 or 3 of them and see if you're getting the same thing. They will that those calculators will tell you how much you'll need to have in your portfolio today. And so that's what I did, and I had the number, and so I just parked that number. And based on that, I determined, okay, so how much do I need to put away to be able to get that? And I came up with how much I will need to set up in my automatic contribution. And then you just start investing. That's what it is. So that's the first thing. You need to come up with that cost fi number. What is that cost fi number for you? It's different. My number is different from yours. It's different from your sister, from your husband. Everybody, each person will have their own number. And so the second thing that I actually did was to start as soon as I could investing. And for me, that was in my early 20s. At the time, I remember I graduated from my master's, my graduate program, and I was looking for, like the big ticket job. I couldn't find it. It took me like, I don't know, 4, 5, 6 months to find a job. And the job that I actually landed was a job in a call center for a financial institution. And I was mad at the beginning because it's like, oh my God, I went to university, I did my undergrad, I did my graduate program just to work in a call center where I didn't even need to have a high school diploma for that. I was mad. But listen, I learned so much from that job. I'm not even kidding. This is probably the job that I've taught me so much because every day I was taking calls from people who had their financial requests, like 40, 50, 60 calls a day, inbound calls of people calling, a lot of them mad, but a lot of them also very nice and wanting, to get things done. And I learned from those people because I could see people making so much money and struggling every month, and people making not that much money and be so comfortable with their finances. And I'm like, okay, so really it doesn't matter how much you're making, it's what you do with that money that actually matters. So I learned it really at an early age. And luckily I was in a position to, and also I had the willingness to do the work. So that's where I started, investing in few equities. Actually, when I started with the guaranteed income certificate, which we call GIC here in Canada. And then I actually went to the mutual funds, and then I did stocks. And at one point, I was tired of reading financial statements and being on earning calls and all that, because even if I enjoyed that and I was doing it for my work at that point, at one I was just like, okay, I want to leave. I have other things to do. I don't want to be on earning calls all the time. So I decided to reduce my stock port, like the number of stocks or companies that I was actually owing and owning. And at that time also ETFs were becoming big, and I learned about them, and I was totally comfortable actually adopting ETFs in my portfolio. So ETFs stand for exchange traded funds. And so I'll say today my portfolio is probably half stocks, companies that I love, and I really I love what they do, and I think that they will continue growing because they really have a uniqueness to them. They have a moat which is going to be helping them growing their business. And I'll say half of my portfolio is in ETFs, and I'm totally comfortable with that. I don't think that I will ever, probably not in the near future, only have ETFs in my portfolio. Like I say, I'm totally comfortable with the companies that I those companies that I own because I like them. I'm comfortable reading their finance. I understand their business. I think that's what it is, and I like the management that they have in place as well. So that's that. My second thing is that I started as soon as I could. And that's one thing that I will really suggest to anyone who's watching this and is still, not sure about investing and whatnot. Start now. People say start early, and I feel like when we say start early, people are like, oh, I'm in my 50s, I'm in my 60s, I guess it's too late for me. Listen, it is okay. Just start. I'll say start now. And if you're ready to start now, by the way, and I'm hoping to be able to actually share this video by the end of 2024, because I have 4 spots left in my calendar for whomever is ready to take action in 2024. My Calendly link that you have in the description below will take you to the different sessions that I'm offering right now. And one of the sessions is called Take Action 2024. It's a 2-hour session, and I'm going to be committing to sitting with you. We're going to talk about your money mindset, which is really the foundation of building wealth. Your money mindset, we're going to talk about really, investing mainly in the stock market. We're going to talk about your risk tolerance, come up with some sort of like, asset mix for you, set up your automatic withdrawal, and really set you up so then you end this year with at least that check off, or like that on, an additional item checked off your list for 2024, and having you start 2025 on a better food. And so for me, it investing has done so much greatness in my life, that's all I want to talk about. And mainly for Black women, invest and build wealth. Invest in the stock market and build wealth. Of course you can invest in other things as well, but for me, especially, the thing that I feel like is really, like, in reach within reach for a lot of people, is the stock market. And I believe that every Black woman should be investing. That's my belief. That's really my conviction here. And then the third thing that I've done to actually reach Coast Fi, and I touched on it a little bit, is that I set up automatic withdrawal. I did not leave it to myself to go every month or every 2 weeks when I was getting paid to transfer the money from my bank account to my brokerage account. That would have never happened of me reaching Close Fi so early, because life happens. We forget. We may want to use the money for something else. No, I put it on automatic contribution. Listen, when you go in the bank and you get a mortgage, they set you on automatic withdrawal. When you go in the bank and you get a car loan, they sent you on automatic withdrawal. Why are they doing that? Why are they not, trusting you to actually pay when you're supposed to pay? Even if they know that you're going to be paying, they still want to set you on automatic withdrawal, because they want to make sure that they get paid. Treat your investment the same way that those companies are treating you. And at this point, you're even doing yourself a favor. You pay all of those bills, and then you leave your investment to when you're going to think about it, to when the money is going to be left in your budget. That's not the way you're going to be building wealth. So you need to treat your investment as a bill. Treat it as a bill, the same way you treat it as your phone bill, your utility bill, your mortgage bill, your car loan bill, your student loan bill, whatever bill that you have on automatic withdrawal. Treat your investment like that. And as a matter of fact, that should be the first thing that you do when you get paid. That has always been the first thing that I've done when I get money, is investing, saving and investing. I pay myself first, because I'm the most important person on this tracker or plan or budget, whatever you call it. You need to pay yourself first. Most people will pay everything. They'll pay their light bill, they'll pay their car loan, they'll pay the mortgage, they'll pay the grocery, they'll do all of that, and then be surprised that they don't have money left for investing. Listen, money comes and money goes. And if you don't have a specific purpose for each money, like each dollar that you have, and be clear about what you want your money to do for you, the money will find something to do for itself. That's just what it is. So I've always paid myself first. I've always had my contribution on automatic contribution, and I've always increased my contribution each time that my income has increased. Maybe to the same proportion that my income has increased, because over the years I got a car, I got a house, so more expenses. But I've always increased my contribution when my income increased, and that also has helped me reach Coast Fi faster. The other thing that I've done, and I believe I'm on the fourth thing or fifth thing right now, I'm not even following anymore, is that I have really set up a portfolio mix, which is, like I say, like, um, which is really what I really wanted. And you may hear actually my twins downstairs. They're downstairs with my mom and my sister. Anyway, it's family time, holiday time. And so I have a portfolio that is really in line with my risk tolerance. That's really, really important. And so I tell people, by the way, I'm not a financial advisor, I'm not a financial planner, but I'm a girl who has done the thing and really want to share that with you. Right? So yeah, so my portfolio mix right now is in line with my risk tolerance. I'm not I'm not fretting. I don't care what the market is doing. I'm not trying to catch any trend. I'm totally fine with my portfolio because it's in line with my risk tolerance. It's in line with my investment strategy. You need to have an investment strategy. You need to know why you're putting your money into this particular stock, this particular mutual fund, this particular ETF. I'm not even going to talk about mutual fund. I don't think anyone should have mutual fund in the portfolio. That's my conviction as well. But you need to know why you investing your money in a certain place, because things will happen And then if you're not sure of why your money is in a certain company to say, you will just like stress, you will get scared, people will scare you. You're gonna be like, I'm gonna sell everything, I'm gonna go to cash and all that. And you're gonna do a lot of things that you're not supposed to do in the moment and you're going to be regretting it. And so you don't want that. So one thing that I've realized really early on is like I need to be clear on my investment strategy. I need to be clear on my risk tolerance, which has changed a little bit over the years, but for the most part has stayed the same. And so those are the things that you really need to consider. Those are things that you really need to put in place if you really want to actually reach coast five. And actually, I think, yeah, this is the fifth thing, I believe the fifth thing or the bonus thing that I want to share with you. You need to surround yourself with the right people. If you want to build wealth, you're not hanging out with people who have credit card debt, who have are not paying their bills, people who are okay living the life and not caring for nothing. You cannot be able to do that. You need to surround yourself with a community of people who also want to reach financial independence, whether it is in person or online, uh, whatever. You need to find your tribe. And that's what I did. And so I'm going to tell you, I'm going to be honest, in those circles, not many people were black. Not many people were black women. But I still stayed with that circle because people were talking about how to increase their income, reduce their debt, build wealth, all of that. And I wanted to learn about that because I did not want to be working until I'm 70 or 80. I really wanted to be, intentional and purposeful about my money. And I realized that being close to those people will help me. And that has helped me tremendously. I will have not be able to be here if I wasn't in the right community around the right people. So find your tribe. And if you part of my subscribers here, this is a tribe for you. This is a tribe for you. The Wealthy Black Women Summit Facebook group is also a tribe for you of people who are really serious, black women who are serious about building wealth. And you want to be in those private, close communities of people. Again, if starting to invest or really being clear about investment is something that is important to you and you want to take action this year in 2024, I will recommend that you actually secure your 2-hour session with me. Block the time in my calendar. I will be happy to hop on a call with you and get that done. Right? So there you have it. The steps that I've taken to reach goals 5. So grateful about it. And like I say, it's such a peace of mind for me today. I shared with you recently on how I did not meet my money goals for 2024, and I was laughing in that video and everything because I know the big picture has been taken care of. Those are like the little thing that I feel like I need to take care of, but it is okay. The big picture, the Sam in her 50s, in the 60s, in the 70s, in the 80s, until she's called back. God calls her back. That Sam is financially taken care of, and I tell you, that feeling is priceless. And I want you to feel that. I want you to feel that, just like, that weight lifted out of your shoulders to know that your financial self is secured for. Okay? So there you have it. Give me a like, give me a subscribe here. Also share with anyone that you know who's, has been talking about investing and hasn't really taken a step toward that. And let me help them. Let me help them reach that goal. Thank you so much for listening again. And I want to actually also tell you happy holidays if you celebrate Christmas. Merry Christmas. And Happy New Year. I think I'll have maybe 1 or 2 videos again coming for this year. I want to finish the year strong here because I know I haven't shared that many videos this year, but there are like a few things that I really want to share with you. So happy holidays, all the best in 2025, and I will see you on the other side in 2025. Thank you again for listening, and until next time, keep on building well. Bye.